I have mixed emotions when it comes to Raw this week. Um, Raw, it was a mixed bag of sorts. There was good things on here that I enjoyed. There were some things on here that I necessarily didn't have the liking for, if that makes sense. Anyway, guys, this is Cobra1463 hanging over to you, and today it's going to be my Raw review, and it's going to be the August 4th edition, 2014, and, yeah, Raw kicked off the night. The Authority came out. Rollins, Kane, Orton, Stephanie McMahon, and Triple H. And they basically were going, for $9.99 a month, you can get the network. And then they were going through the matches and stuff like that on SummerSlam. Not every single one of them, like they left like 2 off, but it really didn't matter. They stick to the main kind of big 5, I guess. And then they announced some matches for later on tonight. And then in the first match, or the second segment, Last Man Standing, Roman Reigns versus Kane. Triple H said he wanted to see the Demon and Kane tonight, and obviously that didn't work. Roman Reigns wins here. Okay, Last Man Standing. They didn't really use that many weapons. I believe all they used was a table, kendo stick, and you know, a steel steps. I don't like expect them to go balls to the wall when it comes to a Last Man Standing match on Raw. That's just something I don't necessarily would expect. But again, this is a pretty good solid Raw Last Man Standing match. Now this is a pretty good Last Man Standing match you're ever going to get on a Raw. On a pay-per-view, this would be subpar. Now we get, after this, not necessarily a segment, but they showed Lesnar and Cena, and Lesnar was dropping F-bombs, and it was everything was good here. It was kind of like somewhat of a shoot interview, hyping up the SummerSlam match, which is pretty cool to see in Cena. But so far, the build has been horrible for this for this match on SummerSlam. Cena wasn't there the first week. Then he shows up. Lesnar's not there, but Paul Heyman is there. Then the next week, neither one of them are there, and none of them are to make a confrontation of anything. They'll both be on Raw next week, but the build has just been subpar and nothing. At least Taker and Lesnar had better build because they had face-offs and everything like that, but this build has just been, I don't know, it's just been, Anyway, we get the next segment, Boomer Sandow versus Mark Henry. They were in Texas tonight, so it was Damian Sandow coming out, doing his whole Oklahoma Red River rivalry. Let me get that out of the way. Tongue twister there. It's an alliteration. So Boomer Sandow lost, which we all knew was going to happen. Mark Henry, I guess he was talking to that failed quarterback, Vince Young. Nice one, pal. Then we get to the Beat the Clock challenge matches. So Triple H said earlier in the night that Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins would compete in different sorts of matches, or Beat the Clock matches. And they were regular one-on-one matches, and Dean Ambrose faced Del Rio, and everybody knows the whole concept of the Beat the Clock challenge. And whoever had the fastest time, whoever beat the opponent's time, would be able to pick the stipulation. Ambrose defeated Del Rio in a good, solid match with Del Rio back and forth and stuff like that. Del Rio had an upper hand about 65% of the match. And he was going after the arm psychology, using the arm or the shoulder area of Dean Ambrose. Dean Ambrose eventually would hit the dirty deeds on Del Rio, and he would have a 15-minute and 42-second time. Then coming up next is Rusev versus Sin Cara, but we never got to see that match because the match was on the app, and it ended on the app. And then Swagger came out, and then they had like another typical one of their promos where it was like Zeb Coulter told Lana to shut up, and they were talking about Russia, and blah, 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 blah. And then eventually, Rusev would get the upper hand this time, so they were having a flag match. Hooray, flag match. Hunico and Ted DiBiase. Let's see if they can top that one from SmackDown. Russia versus the United States of America. We the people. And I know the internet was spazzing out over this next match, but it wasn't good. Cesaro versus Ziggler. Cesaro didn't even get an entrance, so Ziggler versus Cesaro. Cesaro loses again for probably the 5th straight week in a row. Yeah. Cesaro loses again. Dolph Ziggler and Miz will have a face-off at the end of the thing. So, yeah, Ziggler and Miz for the IC title. Have fun with that one. IWC. Ryback versus the Dust Brothers. Stardust and Goldust normally talk on the mic all the time, or in the backstage area, and now they finally team together. And the Dust Brothers win again. Chris Jericho versus Luke Harper, and Chris Jericho wins by DQ. So does that mean that Luke Harper's not allowed at ringside anyway? Because that doesn't make sense. Bray Wyatt comes down and he attacks Jericho. If he attacked Harper and then regrouped with Harper, then Harper could have stayed at ringside. However, not. It's just logic from a WWE standpoint of writing. And so, no, the thing going around here, I necessarily didn't pay attention much to the Jericho-Harper match, but the whole concept is that due to the fact that Harper and Rowan will not be there, Bray Wyatt will look more stronger without his brethren there, and he will look stronger when he picks up a big win at a Big 4 pay-per-view, which is something he could not do at WrestleMania to John Cena, against John Cena for some godforsaken reason. I have no idea. But he's 2 for 3. He beat Daniel Bryan, and he's going to beat Chris Jericho. That's just the way it is. So yeah, Bray Wyatt would eventually cut an awesome promo later on, but let's see where this goes. Hopefully they do something and enhance Bray Wyatt's momentum, I guess. But we'll see. Diego versus Fernando. Diego versus Fandango. Excuse me. Hornswoggle with Fandango. Eventually, Hornswoggle would join Layla and Summer Rae. And El Torito. Man, horrible segment. Somebody release Fandango. Bo Dallas versus R-Truth. Bo Dallas picks up the win here. He's 19-1. The streak still lives. I don't care what anybody says. It's not 18-1. It's, I don't care. The streak may end with one loss, but the man is still having one loss. Floyd Money Mayweather, okay? He can have one loss to Manny Pacquiao if he ever fought the guy, but he still had a remarkable career. Having, I believe it was like 100 plus. I don't know. I don't watch boxing. But just because a team goes, 53-0, and then they go 53-1, doesn't mean they've had a remarkable season. They didn't have a remarkable season. Bo Dallas is still the greatest wrestler on the roster today, bar none. Seth Rollins versus RV. Didn't happen. RVD would not participate in this match because Heath Slater, the one-man band, baby, would face Seth Rollins in a one-on-one match through the Authority, trying to give Seth Rollins an upper hand. Ambrose would come out, and we would see interference from him. He'd take Seth Rollins' briefcase, rip up the contract, so does that mean it's void to some degree? I don't know. Probably not. They'll just have to make a new contract. He took a fan's drink, and the fan was like, what are you talking about? Ambrose just took a drink. So Ambrose poured some soda in there. He drunk the soda. He poured some popcorn in there. Took JBL's hat, which had to be probably like at least $20+. So he took a valuable hat and then just threw it up in the air, and everything went flying, or like the soda went kind of spilled everywhere. Rollins was distracted. Heath Slater hit like a spinning heel kick and a couple neck breakers and stuff while the match was going on. And Heath Slater, he gets a victory on Raw. This was definitely probably the best segment of the night. I honestly believe that in my heart, because looking back at all the review, nothing tops this, because Heath Slater gets a win, and Ambrose gets a big stipulation. Hopefully it'll be a ladder match with a briefcase. If not, I'd like to see a Falls Count Anywhere match. Either one would be fine with me. It just only makes logical sense for him to go with the briefcase. And you can't do it in you could do it in a regular match, but ladder matches are just more fun to watch. And that'll be 8 matches at this match, this is already 8 matches, so let's see where they go from there. Then we get to the last segment, Brie and Stephanie McMahon's contract signing. Oh boy. Yep. Stephanie McMahon and Brie. The match is official. If it wasn't already, I mean, contract, okay. Triple H tries to trap Brie Bella while Stephanie McMahon hits the pedigree, and then she gets the pedigree on Brie, and then she's like powerful or whatever, like. So Stephanie McMahon stands tall. Okay, I mean, this is the second week in a row. This might as well just main event SummerSlam because of the way it's being booked. This is probably the best booked match so far, if that makes any sense at all, because it has tie-ins with the Daniel Bryan storyline. But Seth and Dean is definitely the one I'm looking forward to the most on SummerSlam. I don't even know if I'll be able to watch SummerSlam, because I'm going to be on vacation. And next week will probably be my last Raw review for a very long time. I know, sad face. Just can't help it, guys. Because school's starting back, and I don't even want to repeat those words any more than I have to. But yeah, then I'm going to on vacation for a week, so I'll be gone. But I'm gonna try to get some videos done. I'll try to put some WrestleMania Day in Life videos, like entrances and stuff like that, just because it's easier. I mean, like 4-minute video. I'll try to put some WWE 2K15 stuff going on. I saw the new screenshots, see how the roster reveal goes. I will be doing more topical videos. I'll be definitely doing SummerSlam predictions probably on Wednesday or Tuesday. I'm not sure yet, but I'll probably do it tomorrow, and then I'll probably do something like on Wednesday. I'm not sure yet. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Also, in the description box below, at the very bottom, will be the Daniel Bryan plaque unboxing that I got from WWEshop.com. Please check it out. That was an awesome video that I thought it was. And it's got a pretty good amount of views. I appreciate you guys viewing that and stuff like that. And also, if you subscribe, thank you for subscribing. And also, if you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe to Cover 146 here. And we're going to try to get to 500 subscribers before the end of December, which is... And also, I got some other stuff coming up, too, like a room tour. I'll show you the plaque that's on the wall over there. There's something beside it that's over there. So, yeah. Thank you for watching, guys. It's Capri 146 and Hugo the Hornet, and peace.